Welcome to Lights, Camera, Action, episode Doctor Strange. I really don't know what episode this is. I don't even think I might not even have titled it the fucking episode number. I don't fucking know.
Doctor Strange special episode. You know what I'm saying? I like that limited edition.
We usually do the show on Thursday nights, but guess what? We didn't do it. We're here. It's Saturday night. Indy wasn't able to get to the movies before today, so here we are. We're doing a special Saturday night edition. We're gonna bring you all things Doctor Strange. Welcome to Spoiler Town. I don't give a fuck who you are, where you live. If you live under a rock, in a tree, on another planet, if you haven't seen it in the last 2 days,
too fucking bad.
You might as well watch it because we're about to break down the movie. You know how we do, just like we did with every fucking thing else. We go through it. What we plan on getting through tonight is, Doctor Strange. We're going to talk all things Doctor Strange. Plan on getting into Moon Knight. And that wrapped up this week. And then we'll run through some news. So that's that. This is Lights, Camera, Action. So first and foremost, go do this. Okay.
Gotta get them thumbs. Gotta give us those thumbs.
All right.
Give us those thumbs.
It is motherfucking Doctor Strange. Oh, wrong thing. Excuse me. All things Doctor Strange. There's been so much build up to this. We've been building up to this since fucking before Spider-Man. Like, we were concurrentently trying to figure out what was going to happen in both these movies, even though they came out 5 months apart before either of them even came out. I can't think of two movies that had so many fucking plot and spoiler leaks that may or may not ended up being true. And that's what we were subjected to all the way leading up to No Way Home, and then all the way from No Way Home leading up to this past Thursday, to where we got our first glimpse of Doctor Strange. We didn't know what to expect, but the internet thought they knew what we were going to get. And boy, were they fucking wrong. Really wrong.
I don't know. I don't know who you were listening to, but a lot of the people that I was listening to, they were on the head. They were saying more of what they would want to happen, but also saying what they think would happen. But there were a lot of people out there who thought they knew some shit, and boy, I wish I had money. Like, I just want to say, every person that was on Facebook or something like that, I'm gonna hand deliver you a fucking gift of an L for everything you were wrong about, yo. Fucking get
big L,
big ass L, big fucking red gay L.
Well, that's okay. That's one way to put it, buddy.
Yeah. Might have just got us canceled.
We really need to reclaim our spot as the official podcast of the Order of Sci-Fi-tology page. But then Indy goes and says some shit like that, and that kind of may or may not fuck us up. But last we left off on a Marvel movie was the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, where Doctor Strange and the Spider-Men contained all the Spider-Verse villains and started to go on their merry way. Nobody knew who the fuck Spider-Man was anymore, or his identity anyway. And we had 5 months to wait. 5 months is up. We got introduced to Doctor Strange in the multiverse of madness, and
you want to say multitude of disappointment.
Yeah, I've said that. Multitude of disappointment. Here's the thing. Going back to what I was saying a couple minutes ago about the internet and the expectations that the internet put onto the movie, is basically what it was. We live in a day and age where we kind of know what's going on in the movies before the movies are even done shooting and being put into the editing room. Um, I'm old enough to where when I was growing up, we didn't know the movie was coming out until we went and seen another movie and there was a fucking trailer for it. That's when that's when we learned the movie was coming out. Now we know that the script got sold. We know who bought the script. We know who's fucking casting and hiring to do the rewrites, the casting directors, the shooting locations. The actors are posting pictures from sets on Instagram. Like we feel like we're a part of these projects. And the problem with that is, just like everything else, that's almost everything that's posted on the internet is wrong. And that's not just with these movies or TV shows, it's with fucking everything, okay? But when something gets posted so much, even though there's a warning like this may not be true, we still kind of take it for face value, like it's true, you know? So I went into this thinking that we are going to get a lot more than what we got. First of all, there wasn't a bunch of multiverses, first and foremost, okay? They went through some. They went through some dinosaurs. They went through a multiverse where they were fucking paint. They're just globs of paint. Like, it was a cool sequence, but it wasn't it wasn't a multitude of multiverses.
I understand what you get, but as you watch the movie, you understand the title.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you first see the title, the first thing you think is you jump to, we're finna see this character, finna see that character, they're finna have all these cameos, they're finna do this, they're finna do that, which they did. And just when we saw the trailer and the leak, and we saw, oh my God, it's the Illuminati, the first thing a casual fan does is, especially after being introduced to stuff like Loki, is go, oh, they must have a panel of people from different multiverses, you know what I'm saying? Like the best person from each one of these different verses to come on this panel in order to try to stop something. Nah, all these niggas was from the same.
Yeah. And you know what? That's what it was. Like we are so, because after Infinity War and Endgame, and after seeing all these people, and then after fucking No Way Home, like we thought, you know, we thought, and that's the problem, is that we thought. We're not writing this, okay? These movies are not made to mirror our expectations, okay? These movies are made to mirror the thought process of Kevin Feige and everything that he's done since 2006 when he started building this fucking thing out, okay?
You know what it was? You know what I think it is that we got latched to, is because, think about it, the last big event we had was Endgame, right? And I think what we forget is that No Way Home was a culmination of the Spider-Man story from 2 movies before. But they're so tied into each other, what's going on, we think we're finna have climactic event at the climactic event, you know what I'm saying, as movies and television shows are going on. But I think people lose sight of the fact that this is only Doctor Strange's second solo film.
Yes.
So
and I don't even know if you could call a solo film.
Well, I mean, they call Winter Soldier and Civil War Captain America solo film, so I guess you could call it. I guess if your name is at the top, it's your solo film.
Yeah, and here's the thing: there's a lot of things. These movies are based on comic books, and maybe not totally based on one. They're pulling from multiple fucking storylines to build out these movies, but in comic books, even though if it's a fucking Captain America fucking story, or a Spider-Man story, or fucking a Batman story, or whatever, there's always a storyline, a series that involves all types of motherfuckers, you know?
Right.
So this movie was basically introducing us to America Chavez. Okay. Now how that sets up her character for any future movies and projects, whatever she's going to be in, is, I don't know, but this is kind of a coming out party for her. No pun intended, Alphabet Gang. So while I wasn't disappointed in the movie, I was pleased with the movie. I was disappointed in myself for feeding into the hype that the internet fucking drummed up for it. Okay. I thought I was going to see a fucking Wolverine variant, you know, there a lot of people thought that, just for the fact that we had Professor X. So and that we got a Patrick Stewart Professor X and a very X-Men 97 fucking uh TV show accurate fucking Professor X.
And I think that was a reason for that. With them getting ready to right around the corner, they got the X-Men 97 animated series coming back, picking up right where the original series left off from. So that amazing mark. Not even just that you got the animated theme when my man, you know what I'm saying, marketing. That was incredible marketing because they knew we was gonna mark out about that.
Yeah. So let's starting from the beginning. Doctor Strange starts. Okay. There was they didn't play too many trailers before the movie. I think we had it was weird because we had a Wonder Pets trailer, then we had a Thor trailer, and then basically fucking the movie started. It was like, here you go, here's the fucking movie. Okay. I've been real interested in this, of course, because we want to see what happens after Spider-Man and if that was going to play into this. But I was really, really looking to see how Sam Raimi approached this movie, because let's not forget he wasn't the first director attached to this film. He was brought in. So, what did you think of the beginning of the movie?
I came in right when Defender Strange was dying. That's when I walked in.
Oh yeah. You started. You came in late.
Yeah, but I got adjusted to everything that was going on. Just from watching that, I felt like there was something after America Chavez. He was trying to stop it, but it also felt like the way she was running from him, like he was trying to kill her in order to stop somebody from being able to get her power. So it was it's the trope of, instead of it's easier for me to just take this person out rather than protecting this person. You know what I'm saying? And struggling to do that. So I understood Defender Strange and knowing what that character stood for. And so I was like, all right, cool. But I got a grasp for her not understanding her powers, which is cool. I didn't want her to come in and be like, oh my God, I know how to use, because that just made the movie boring if she could just do whatever the fuck she wanted to do. So I really understood that and what was going on. And she's a very important character. You know what I'm saying? And I really feel like I don't know if she's gonna be one of them that gets a TV show or if she's gonna hang around the movies. But man, she's prominent, as we've been talking about from different series and stuff like that. She's a prominent member of the Young Avengers. So I still feel like their background setting that up, but now with maybe getting Blue Marvel and all that stuff like that, it could be setting up the Ultimates as well with different stuff this movie was doing. The way Kevin Feige is writing this stuff up is, and excuse me for saying this, it feels like he's setting this up so that if anybody happens to pass away, you know what I'm saying, he's got like a next direction for anything wrong that could happen. It's like if he was in charge of the DC universe, Ezra Miller doing all the stuff he was doing wouldn't matter, because Kevin Feige would be able to just take a right and be like, all right, forget you. You know what I'm saying? And be going right along with the story and wouldn't have to worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But from the start of this movie, you could tell it's a Sam Raimi movie.
Yes.
Like you're watching it. I loved his detail in the colors, and the way scenes were shot, and the fact of that he didn't shy away from horror elements.
This was a noticeably darker MCU film. This was if Zack's closest we're gonna get if Zack Snyder did a fucking MCU film.
Bro, like
the tone was dark, the color correction was dark. It was really like a fucking, DC film.
I don't want to jump ahead, but when friggin', I'm not gonna say who it is, we're gonna talk about it later. But when dude says, I have 2 kids, and then Scarlet Witch goes, do you have a wife? And like, yeah, and it was like, okay, your kids are taken care of. And Spaghetti's homie like, or the way Captain Britain went out.
Well, not only spaghetti them, but you got to at the end of spaghetti them, his fucking head exploded. Like this was a very violent fucking Marvel film, and and it's something that we're not used to, and it's cool because we're progressing into stuff that we're not used to with the route they're taking. Raimi got to do with these characters what he wished, like, well, he had to get from point A to point B. He was able to do with them, what he wanted, so and I like it.
Hats off to what he did. I fully enjoyed his stylization of everything that was going on. Elizabeth Olsen, yo, you talk about character development from day one to now. Bruh, she gave A1 flipping performance from beginning to end in this movie. We expect Cumberbatch to give us what he get. You know what I'm saying? What he's gonna get. We don't expect any less from him.
No, I mean he's an English actor, so he's gonna give 110%, and no matter what he's doing. So,
but the young lady that played America Chavez, you know what I'm saying, smashed it as well. The way that they're casting these movies, make you worth watching. And even if you didn't get the big reveals, you know what I'm saying, that you wanted, I even got some different stuff just with things that were said, like fuck it, like when Mr. Fantastic said I had 2 kids.
Yes.
Everybody's like, and they're all going, when he gets shredded. I'm in my seat going, fucking Franklin Richards. I'm like, Galactus is coming. I'm like, I'm marking out because I'm thinking of what the Fantastic Four movie, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know they already have this mapped out. And that's what gets me going. I'm thinking of that end credit scene with who comes and gets Doctor Strange and knowing who that character is.
See, I don't know who she is, so we'll get to that, and you'll be able to explain that a little bit better later. But the movie starts off with Doctor Strange from another universe. What is the 818 universe?
Defender Strange.
So Defender Strange and America Chavez are running through the area between the multiverse. Okay, the area that's basically the hallway to the multiverses. Okay, and they're being chased by a demon. These little demons throughout this movie. Well, the beginning demon, not really, but the ones in the end had a real Dementor fucking feel to it. But start the movie off, they're running from this demon thing, and this demon's trying to stop Strange from getting to the book, whatever it's called, like the Book of Ashanti. Nelly's and Ja Rule nowhere around.
For people who don't know what it is, it's the book that counteracts, you know what I'm saying, the other book. So yes, for dark, there's light.
Yeah, exactly. So this book is just like floating on this rock in the middle of this multiverse hallway, cosmic area. And Strange gets killed right before he gets to the book. And America Chavez does not know how to use her powers. Like, she don't exactly even know what her powers are. But when she gets scared, she screams or whatever, and it opens a portal to a multiverse. Where? I don't know. Wherever the fuck you land, I guess. They did not really explain it to us, and it kind of they didn't have to explain it to us because she don't know how to fucking control the powers. So she screams, boom, sucked in. Where she land? New York. But as soon as that happens, Doctor Strange in Earth 616, which is the Earth that we live in, he awakens from a dream. Everything, the whole beginning of the movie, it was like 12 minutes maybe? Whole beginning of the movie was like a dream for Strange, okay? He wakes to like, holy shit, what a fucking nightmare. It was not a nightmare. And they explain that later on. But just from the moment he woke up from that dream, that's when I was like, was that a dream? Like, what's going on? Because I've been watching Dark Knight, and this motherfucker just wakes up after doing all types of fucking shit. So who knows what happened,
Moon Knight. You said Dark Knight, you little
Oh, Moon
Batman ass
Knight.
motherfucker. But
Whatever.
yeah.
That just shows you that I don't care about Moon Knight. Um, yeah, we'll get in that later on how disappointed I am in that. Um, but Doctor Strange wakes up in his, Doctor Strange has a very, very nice bedroom. He got a nice bed, he got a nice bedroom set. Like, where does Doctor Strange get his money from? Like, we know where Tony Stark and Bruce Wayne in the comics, and we know where some of these people got some of their shit. But like, I know he was a doctor before, and he made a lot of money. But like, when he moved into that place, like, where do these people get all their shit?
They're fucking sorcerers. They just make it appear. Like, he wanted a dope bed. I have a dope bed.
Yeah, I guess you got a point.
Kind
of like when a president gets voted out, new president comes in, and they got to redecorate because the old president took all the shit that they brought to the White House and shit like that. So anyway, he wakes up, and like a nightmare. Okay, like a crazy fucking nightmare. Where did he go after that?
Oh, you need me to pull up I told you I didn't have my notes.
Oh, Doctor Strange was. I told you to go to the car and get your fucking notes. You decided not to go to the car to get your fucking notes. So we open up. He wakes up from the dream and everything, and he gets ready because he's going to a wedding.
But whose wedding, might we say?
Christine's wedding. And for all you guys that watch fucking the first Doctor Strange, Christine is played by fucking Rachel McAdams.
Her fine ass.
And he's going to her wedding. And he's not getting married to her. Nope. So in the first movie, they're kind of love interest,
But hold up. Who is she marrying? A fucking Doctor Strange fanatic.
Yes. Definitely a Doctor Strange fanatic. So he goes to this fucking wedding. He's, just chilling, trying to get his drink on. Oh, shit. John Morant is walking off court back to the locker room, even though this is not a sports podcast, that he appears to be injured, but he's walking by himself on his own. Mm-hmm. More details lately, whatever. So he's at the wedding, chilling, sorcering his the cup full of wine, and is that blasphemous? Because they say Jesus. Well, no, because he didn't turn water into wine; he just made wine out of nothing.
Yeah.
So, anyway, he's talking to Christine and shit like that when he hears something. I don't know if Doctor Strange got Doctor Strange sense, but everybody hears it. He goes out on the balcony and he looks around, and there's just people running. There's fucking cars being thrown. So what's he do? He does. Man, that shit was dope. What he did.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the coolest little transformations into your little outfit. Like,
I mean, yeah. I think the only other. There may be two other changes that have been dope. That was Black Panther when he got that nano, like that nanotech suit, or Iron Man and Iron Man 2 when he had the briefcase.
Yeah,
and he put it down. He slammed to it, and the suit came on.
Yep, stepped into it and it all built up around him or onto him.
Yeah, them about the only two I think that was better, and that was just because of how they were presented. But the way Doctor Strange puts on his, come on, man.
Yeah, that shit was dope. He flies out, goes to try to fucking save the day, where he notices America Chavez going into a bus, and he's seeing all this stuff happen, shit getting thrown around, and he don't see anything. Okay, like this bus is being pulled up in the air, like scrunched up, and he don't see anything. So what's he do? He does a little hand movement, like, and then he can see a big old fucking demon octopus, whose name in the comics is what, Indy?
It's not the same octopus.
No?
It's not the same person, no.
You don't think?
Mm-mm. This one is Gargantin. It's not the same one. The other one is way more powerful, way more, you know what I'm saying, way bigger. Like his power on the plane of Earth is crazy. And if he was in the other universe chasing them, in that doorway to the multiverse, they wouldn't have got away.
Okay.
That's how powerful he is. So
All right.
they just look alike.
So Doctor Strange fucking kicking his ass, getting his cat ass kicked, and here comes Wong, who I
Uh,
fucking love.
say it right. Sorcerer Supreme Wong.
Wong. He's the Sorcerer Supreme because of a technicality.
because
Doctor Strange got
fucked up.
He got blipped. Not his fault.
It is his fault. He gave up the time stone.
He had to. That was the only way it was gonna work.
The world may never know because he didn't tell us the other 14 million possibilities.
Because that's not possible.
They didn't have that much movie left. They didn't want to make it 3 parts.
So they defeat the fucking one-eyed octopus demon creature person thing, whatever it might identify as a woman. We don't know.
It defeated they. That's what it did. It defeated they.
It defeated it. It. Fuck it.
Clown. Look. Clowns that eat kids might be disrespected by you calling it it.
Oh man, that's you know what? That is a good one though. That's a good one. I give you that one. I wish I don't got the sound effects hooked up, or I'd fucking give a sound effect right now. But and he kind of defeats the thing, and they're looking at old girl like, who the fuck are you? You were in my dream.
Yeah, fine ass too. They picked the perfect casting for America Chavez.
I don't believe you just said that because watching the movie, I look at her like a 12-year-old little girl.
Yeah, well, the problem is I saw her casted before I saw her as the character, so let it be.
All right, John Lennon.
Wow. Now I gotta look up how old that actress is.
So that's kind of this is like the first 25 minutes of the movie. This movie was really short. It clocked in about 2 hours and 7 minutes or so.
This could have been 20 minutes longer.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah. Yes. Now here's where it gets interesting. Up into this part, I was like, where the fuck's Wanda? You know, like fucking Wanda is like supposed to be a big part of this movie.
Wait. Remember that the way it goes is that there was runes on the demon that they killed. And that's the reason why he goes to talk to Wanda for help, because he thinks she's responsible for the attacks because of the rune.
Yes.
So Doctor Strange off bat thinks that because she has the dark hold that she's, you know what I'm saying, like controlling the multiverse and trying to use America Chavez's ability in order to reunite with her kids.
Kids that don't even exist.
Right. And the fucked up thing about it is that he knows about Westview. And he's just like, I ain't worried about that shit right now. I need your help.
I mean, I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
You put Peter through some shit to help him. Then you go, you might have fucked some shit up, and you go ask Wanda, who enslaved a whole fucking town, for help.
So he goes to see Wanda, and she's in a field clipping apple trees to get seedlings, to plant seedlings. So she's clipping little branches off apple fucking trees, right?
Mm-hmm.
A nice serene environment. And he just wanders up on her. You know, they start talking. He's like, hey, I need your help. And that's when we learn that the internet was right in a way that, yes, Scarlet Witch is the villain of the movie because she drops America's name checks her, calls her out by name before Dr. Strange. But is he really still a doctor though? Because like his license had to lapse by now. He can't even operate anymore.
I mean, he has the ability to make sure that his license never lapses. I think he could be anything he fucking wants to be at this point.
Let's just go with Sorcerer Strange.
We can't because he's not the Sorcerer Supreme.
Well, I didn't say Sorcerer Supreme. He's still Sorcerer. He's just not the Supreme Sorcerer.
Just call him Steven.
Mr. Strange. I'll be respectful. Mr. Former Doctor Strange. How about that? Okay? Mr. Former Doctor Strange. This motherfucker just keeps fucking up. He done fucked up at Spider-Man. He's fucking up over here. You're like, bro. Like, so what Wanda does is she shows Mr. Former Doctor Strange that everything he sees, the whole apple orchard, is nothing. She's like, I'm going to take this bitch's powers and I'm going to get my kids back. And he's like, hold on. Like, what kids? You know, they don't exist, girl. And she's not hearing it, you know, because, you know, she's kind of fucked up. Like, not only is she majorly toxic, but she's also fucked up in the head, you know. She
if you've been through what she's been through in the course of the MCU, I would say the only person that's been through as much of her maybe is Peter. That's went through the things she went through. I mean, she watched her parents die in front of her. Then she watched her brother die in front of her. Then she watched Vision die in front of her 3 times. She's watched friggin' Tony die. Like anybody she's ever been close to as a loved one or a father figure has all passed. Cap is, you know what I'm saying, dead. It was a Cap's funeral. Like, what else does she have? Everybody she gets close to just passes away, so she clings to this lifestyle that she wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And where the fuck is the White Vision?
White people usually on time too, so it must not be time for him to show up.
Yeah, if Wanda was black, he would have been there.
Oh my God.
If it was Wanda Sykes, he'd have been on her ass.
Possibly. But anyway, they're like this is kind of an action movie. Like there's some action. Like it starts off with some like big action, like a big fucking battle scene where after fucking Doctor Strange, Mr. Former Doctor Strange, former Sorcerer Supreme guy was like, no, we're not gonna give you the girl. She goes to the fucking sorcerer mystical place, and fucks everybody up.
Mm-hmm.
Fucks everybody up. She kills all types of people. Killing people. Kill, murder, like a motherfucker.
There is no, like, we're going to talk about this and see if we can come to a mutual agreement. It goes from you told me no straight to everybody dies.
And that was her being reasonable.
Somebody said she was being a Karen. I was like, nah, this isn't being a Karen.
What it was is she's probably on her period that week.
No, I think it was the dark
PMSing.
It was basically the dark hole warping her mind, taking grasp of her.
Yeah. We know what it was.
Yeah, and forming her into what it wanted to be, because we all know that it's possibly Cthulhu wanting to be released and warping her mind enough to be able to do it. Which we're not gonna, and it's something we're not gonna get now because of what happened later in the movie. What we possibly could get is more than one dark hole, but it's a lot of stuff that happened in this movie that explains a lot of stuff that we've seen in the MCU so far, but also opens the door to so many fucking different things. It's insane. I think this movie was we all thought Loki was the doorway to everything happening, right? Nah, it was kind of Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, like, Loki unlocked the door. I
don't even think it's going to be this either. I think Loki unlocked the door. This started pushing it open. I think Ant-Man is going to be the one to blow it open.
No, I think Ant-Man and Quantumanium is more going to be solidifying Kang, because this is what I think, and I want you guys to keep this in mind while we're talking about the rest of this movie. And the way the incursion happens, they name drop the incursion 4, 5, 6 times in this movie.
Yes,
right. And the way that they're saying the incursion's happening is people crossing over into other multiverses. more than what they should. They had a Doctor Strange in one universe do it, and he actually had an incursion happen that destroyed, you know what I'm saying, his multiverses, two multiverses collided together. So they keep saying Doctor Strange is bringing it about, but it was really because he's dream walking and into other multiverses. But I don't think he's doing it at will. Wanda was doing that shit at will, spending time with her parents in the 838 universe.
Yes.
And that's what brings us into what's going on with the Illuminati and everything after.
At the end of that first battle where she goes and fucking kills all the motherfucking sorcerer and training people, fucking America fucking freaks out, and like she does when she freaks out, she opens a portal, and they're going her and fucking Strange to Earth 838. Boom. So we got 818, 616, and 838.
Right.
So they go to 838 and they're kind of lost and, fucking, but they always fucking transport basically on top of the same building.
Right.
So they're in New York and they're like, well, let's go. And as they're walking around and everything, and they get to the fucking sorcerer hideout, and there's a big ass statue of fucking Doctor Strange. Said, hey, I died fucking fighting Thanos. So
right.
that kind of fucked him up because the whole point was trying to find him to figure out what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
And he's not there. He did. He died fighting Thanos, or so they're telling us.
Them end up eventually being captured by the Illuminati. And this is the scene. If you watch the trailers, you would just.
But who captured him?
Mordo.
Who is 838 Sorcerer Supreme?
Mm-hmm. Which was crazy because everybody thought it was the Baron Mordo, which still leaves the other Baron Mordo out killing sorcerers and witches. You know what I'm saying? Who are disobeying the laws. So that means he's still out running around. So that means he could still be a villain for a possible Doctor Strange movie. So yes. I love the way that they wrote that like that, because I thought the redeeming factor of him joining the Illuminati was too early for all that shit to happen off screen. So kudos to whoever decided we're just going to use the fucking variant. But
not only do they get captured by him, because he opens the door, he tells Strange, oh, I've been waiting for you. And that's kind of tipping you off like, wait, what do you mean you've been waiting for him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's kind of tipping that's a little sus, as the kids say nowadays, that's a little sus. Mm-hmm. So I found that in my little memory bank, and as the movie played out, I was wondering when that was gonna pop back up again. So Mordor was like, hey, oh, my brother, blah, 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 blah. Guess what? He's a little bitch. He, boom, captures him and the girl, and takes him and locks him up. And to basically where they're about to be fuck with, and he's gonna be brought forth in front of the Illuminati, which is some surprising cast of characters that some of them we knew were going to be there, and some of them were speculated to be there, and some of them we didn't know were going to be there.
One of them was surprising as shit.
And that was the Black Bolt.
Yes. Not Black Bolt. The fact that they went and got Anson to come back and redo his role as Black Bolt in a comic accurate costume. Mm-hmm. Probably say, we're sorry about the Inhumans. This is the one you wanted.
Exactly. So they get locked in these clear cages. What is with the superhero movies and all the cages are just clear? It's like the most strongest glass in the history of glass or some shit.
It makes sense with the cage that they made for the Hulk. You know what I'm saying? And it made sense with locking fucking Magneto in a plastic cage. But none of the rest of this shit when they lock people in them cages make any sense. Like, I mean, Samsung makes that shit. It must be Gorilla Glass Victor or something that's just unbreakable. So
we have fucking they're in the cages, and here comes the doctor. Because if there's somebody in a cage, there's gonna be a fucking doctor. And guess who the doctor is? Indy?
It's not Doctor Strange. He's not a doctor no more.
Yes, Christine Palmer, the 838's version of Christine Palmer, who works for what? The Baxter people group agency thing, whatever it's called.
Which is amazing to me that they put Christine Palmer in that situation, and the fact that he works for the Baxter agency. And the minute they mentioned that, you went fucking Reed Richards.
Yes.
It was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Even though not just Reed Richards, John Krasinski as Reed Richards, who, as we knew, was going to look amazing, you know what I'm saying, as the character, and has been campaigning to be that character.
Yes.
The internet has been campaigning for him to be that character. And for the short time he was on screen, was fully enjoyable in the role of an older Reed Richards. But brings back the fact that when they come back and we see them again, 9 out of 10 is going to be a younger Reed Richards, you know what I'm saying, pre-kids and all that. And then we get to watch him grow into, you know what I'm saying.
It's basically going to be John Krasinski what's a beard.
Yeah, that's basically what's going to be. Man, that beard
so
cold, though.
I loved how they shouldn't have put the Illuminati in none of the trailers at all.
I think the reasoning for it, because they played with your head with the trailers, because they really wanted you to make you think that it was like all these multiversal teams finna be put together. But the fact that all of them was from the 838, you know what I'm saying? The fact that they hid that is what made it worthwhile seeing that, because you're thinking all this shit like, oh, that's got to be Professor X from the X-Men movies, and then that's got to be Captain Britain from the What If, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nah, they're all from the 838, bro. Now that might be the live action Professor X from the 97 cartoon. that might be canon to that. If it is, I'm sorry. We know how that new series is gonna end.
But I like the way they introduced everybody. You know, they brought him in. They brought Doctor Strange in his little handcuffs. They brought him into the weird little courtroom like thing where you had all the Illuminati sitting there like in the dark, and they introduced them one by one. And that's when it was like, yeah, okay. And yes, and when they got to fucking Reed Richards, everybody was like, yeah. So, some guy in the back of the theater was like, fuck yeah. You know?
Yeah, but you get you end up getting the full cast of the Illuminati. It was Peggy Carter, Captain Peggy Carter. Technically not Captain Britain, it's just Captain Peggy Carter.
Yeah.
I think Black Bolt's real name is like King Blackkagar Bolt Tagan or something like that, but Black Bolt, everybody knows who the human Black Bolt is.
Yeah.
Captain Maria Rambeau.
Yes.
Dr. Reed Richards.
Yes.
And Professor Charles Xavier, as they explain when Professor X said we're telling them the truth. We didn't know what the fuck they was gonna tell him. I'm like, oh, he gonna tell them we're getting Secret Wars right after Doctor Strange. That's what you think when the trailer's happening. Like, you think all this stuff's gonna happen, but no, he told them what really happened to their Doctor Strange while they were fighting
Thanos, yep. So we learned right there that Doctor Strange is quite possibly another villain in the movie, along with fucking Scarlet Witch, aka Wanda Maximoff.
Right, because they want to see if the 616's Strange is similarly dangerous to their 838 Strange, because he was told not to keep dream walking, because that type of power is what honestly causes a universe destroying incursion. And so because he wouldn't stop, they explain that like because his reckless behavior with the Darkhold, and when they attempted to beat Thanos, that they decided to kill him after they defeated Thanos to keep him from causing more harm. And Mordo believes that our Strange can be just as dangerous, if not more dangerous, than their Strange,
and already on the same path.
Yeah, and before they could pass judgment, Maximoff. Do people actually know when we say Maximoff who we're talking about? Because I like to call her Maximoff a lot. The Scarlet Witch, because she's full blown Scarlet Witch by now.
Yeah.
she starts to dream walk again. And the different thing about her when she dream walks is that she could dream walk and actually control shit.
Yes.
So she jumps into her 838 counterpart's body, and that's the one thing about the dream walk. We come to find out that Doctor Strange, anytime he was dreaming, he was looking into alternate reality Doctor Strange's lives. He was seeing what his variants were doing. So we know that there's a Stephen Strange in every universe. He may not always become the Sorcerer Supreme, but there's a Stephen Strange in every universe. So there is a Wanda Maximoff in every universe, although everyone, no, I think with a Nexus being, they always become who they're supposed to become with the Scarlet Witch. But they do different things. So she's able to actually control her counterparts when she jumps in. Yep. So that's when we find out, oh, Wanda's a fucking bitch. Still sexy, but scary than a motherfucker. And this is when you realize this is a full-blown Sam Raimi movie.
Yeah. Yep. Which I wasn't mad at all.
Because he went ham with on the murder spree with that dog. The way Peggy Carter died by getting her head cut off by her own shield.
Bruh. The way after as they're in the Illuminati's lair or Illuminati court, whatever, Wanda shows up in dreamwalking in the 838 Wanda variant's body. She leaves her kids at the crib and goes on a mission to kill some people. And when I say to kill some people, I mean she fucking kills everybody.
And to put it in perspective, this is the same Illuminati that defeated Thanos with ease. And she came through not even fully powered, dreamwalking in another body and destroyed, which could possibly be 5 of the strongest characters in the Marvel universe at that time.
She killed Professor X like nothing.
He almost had her though. He almost suppressed. He like you honestly understand how strong his telepathy is because he almost pushed the darkness back in her, and then she was like, "Nah, I ain't having this shit."
Snapped his neck. She took Mr. Fantastic and fucking made him look like a big old pile of spaghetti, and at the end, blew his fucking head up. Just fucking brain and blood flying all over. Yes, this is a Marvel movie.
All on her face. She was walking around.
Blood, everything. Like everywhere. Some Carrie shit.
I was like, they didn't drop an F-bomb, so that's why he was able to keep it PG-13.
And
this
she
could
killed
have easily been rated R.
She like Indy said earlier a couple minutes ago, she killed Captain Peggy Carter with her own shield, decapitated her, dead. She even killed fucking Captain fucking Maria Rambeau. Yeah. Monica Rambeau, whatever her fucking name is.
Yeah, who's supposed, if anything like the Captain Marvel from the 616 is damn near supposed to be unkillable.
Most powerful.
Yeah.
Damn near.
Not anymore. The power structure has changed.
Exactly. And then, you know, the last person she gets is Professor X. Professor X gets in her head and trying to pull the good part of her out. But in the end, it's all signified by smoke. Smoke comes through and fucking just fucking breaks Professor X's neck and he's out.
Which the smoke kind of makes me want to know if that signifies somebody trying to control her. Rather than, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Being what it be,
Maybe.
So
Maybe.
I'm wondering if they're going with another villain for right now just to deal like what's going on with that in order to hide other things that's going on. Because we know that Kang won't be prominent again until Ant-Man. But before we get... That's
next year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, next year.
This is my theory. And this is what I believe He Who Remains is. Because I think He Who Remains has a plot better than what Doctor Strange has to make shit happen. Okay. I really think everything that's going into play right now is how he resets and gets this cycle just going over and fucking over again. I think he knows exactly what's happening. This happens and then the cycle just keeps recycling itself. So it makes me wonder that when you get to Secret Wars, instead of a Doctor Doom you know what I'm saying, running that planet. What if it's a variant of Kang the Conqueror, and when they overtake that Kang and that variant of whoever it is defeats Kang, he is who becomes he who remains, and the cycle starts over again. But because Doctor Strange said, because Mr. Fantastic said he got kids, that throws that all off the roof to me, because now we got Flaker Richards, and one of fucking Mr. Fantastic kids is a variant of Kang the Conqueror.
Okay.
So Kevin Feige, hats off to you, because in a 20-minute scene, you just set the next 10 years for the MCU.
Yeah, basically. Basically.
It's nuts, bro. But we get into America Chavez. She does what she does best. What does she do?
She knows how to use her powers. She's like, all together, boom, it comes together right when it needs to.
Right. So, but all right, we know about the incursions. Which they seem like they want that to be in your head, but have it not be too prominent what's going on now. They just want to set the Easter egg in your head for the future, because there's no Secret Wars without an incursion happening. So Chavez gets strange. Her and Palmer, they get into the space in between universes to try to find the Book of Vishanti, which is
Keep
basically
going. I gotta get something to drink.
all right, which is basically the anti-book for the Darkhold. But then you get Wanda, who like just appears, and then she takes over America's mind using her powers to send the other two into a universe that was destroyed by the incursion. So then they go back to the Earth 616, and Wanda starts the spell to take America's powers. And then that's when Doctor Strange runs into the other Strange, which reminds us of the Strange from What If, and ends up having to defeat him. Huh?
Zombie Strange.
Yeah, and
we forgot the whole part where he starts fucking dead walking too.
yeah, yeah, and he ends up having the other Strange was corrupted by the Darkhold, and then he used the Darkhold to dream walk into the corpse of another Doctor Strange who was with Chavez earlier. So that's where we get the Zombie Strange from. And then of course, because Doctor Strange can't do everything on his own, who does he go get help from? The Sorcerer Supreme. They end up saving America from Wanda, and they get America to use her powers to transport them. I think they transport Wanda back. They go back to 838, right?
Yes.
And then that's when she sees her kids, Billy and Tommy, and they're scared of her, and they want their real mom back.
That is correct.
And I'm trying to remember what happens. Then she uses her powers and she destroys that mountain. And then when she destroys that mountain, that destroys all the copies of the Darkhold throughout the multiverse. And it seems like she's sacrificing herself in the process of doing that.
It seems.
Then I think Strange has that talk with Palmer. He has to return her to 838. Tells her that he still loves her. And he still loves his universe's Palmer, but is too scared to have a real relationship. And then like all like the damage and stuff that Wanda did to like the mystical place is being repaired by like the surviving sorcerers, joined by America, who is now a sorcerer in training. And then we start getting into like Doctor Strange like developing a third eye as a result of using the Darkhold to dream walk into the corpse,
which was insane.
Yeah, insane. Then we get a mid-credit scene. You want me to wait on you for this?
Oh, I'm here.
Okay. We get a mid-credit scene where Doctor Strange is approached by a sorcerer who warns him that his actions have triggered an incursion. And remember, we heard about that incursion, and
Yes.
that he must help stop it, and that Strange has to follow words into the Dark Dimension. We haven't seen anything about the Dark Dimension since the first Doctor Strange movie, and we know that the Dark Dimension is ruled by who other than Dormammu. That sorcerer that came to ask for Doctor Strange's help is named Clea, right? Do you know what her name ends up being in the comics?
What?
Doctor Clea Strange.
Ooh, they be fucking.
Yeah, Clea is basically a human appearing to be like uh a human appearing being. She's basically a demon kind of thing, but appears to be human, and she is related to the other dimensional fault line race of energy beings. So she's the daughter of Umar, right, and the niece of Dormammu, because Dormammu's sister is Cleo's mom.
Ooh.
So basically, how it goes in the comics is that Clea sees Doctor Strange one time when he comes to the Dark Dimension, and then starts following him because she's infatuated with him. So
Ooh.
what I'm thinking is this goes
She's a
right.
stalker. Ooh.
Yeah, yeah,
This bitch is toxic.
yeah. When I first saw when I was in the theater and I was watching this and she popped up on screens, it's played by Charlize Theron, right? Uh,
Yes.
Everybody went, "Oh my god, they're crossing over with Fast and the Furious," and I was like, "Oh shit." Like everybody just yelled it in unison. But she's trained under Doctor Strange before. She became the Sorcerer Supreme of the Dark Dimension. She's married Doctor Strange. She's helped him get over Palmer and different stuff like that. So it seems like they're going with that, you know what I'm saying, storyline of what's going on, which is pretty cool because in publication history, she was infatuated with Doctor Strange, followed him after he came to the Dark Dimension. So it makes sense that if he went into the Dark Dimension and she saw him, that's the reason why she's been watching him and then came to get him to ask him for help. So the only thing that throws a wrench in that is if, which I doubt they do, you know, there's rumors out there of Dormammu being a variant of Strange, and if that's the case, Doctor Strange would be smashing his own niece. So let's not let that happen.
I mean, whatever. Shit happens.
But I wrote down a little bit of the fictional biography to just explain basically what I just explained. But Clea observed Doctor Strange in the Dark Dimension, impressed by his courage. She warned Strange against facing Dormammu, and Dormammu punished her for the betrayal. Strange forced him to release her. She became Strange's only ally in the Dark Dimension and soon became a captive of her uncle. Umar took Clea hostage and nearly killed her. The Ancient One sent Clea into a pocket dimension to save her from Umar. Clea was found and freed by Doctor Strange and went to live with him on Earth. Clea was later captured by Silver Dagger, which somebody I think will be introduced at some time. I don't know when though. Doctor Strange's spirit cohabited in her body so they could defeat Silver Dagger. Umar then attacked Clea on Earth and Clea battled her. So I really feel like what this is setting up is future Doctor Strange movies before we get into the whole secret world thing going on. But it's just the subtle things that they do, you know what I'm saying, in the go. And there's an extra end credit scene after this, which is because Sam Raimi puts my man in all of his movies. He always
Yep.
has some type of role in them, going back to like the Evil Dead days. You know what I'm saying? And when the spell got cast on his hand to make him attack himself, to me that was an homage to like Evil Dead 2.
Yeah.
When his hand became possessed, started to kill him, and
Yep.
it wasn't until the end credit scene that his hand stopped attacking him. And I'm thinking it's because Strange went into the Dark Dimension. The spell wasn't any more active, but that was cool. Another Easter egg that I
No, it
saw.
had been 3 weeks.
It had been 3 weeks. He told him
Yeah.
to cast it for 3 weeks.
Yeah. He said, "Oh yeah, about 3 weeks."
Yeah.
Because
So
America asked him how long that's gonna last for.
yeah, and then another cool America tidbit that was straight from the comics is, remember when they went for pizza and they went and got that New York slice. The cool thing about that is that the comics, when anytime America Chavez teleports to a new multiverse, the first thing she does is go get pizza.
Yep.
That's in every comic she's been. First thing she does is go get pizza. So that was just interesting fan service to the fans. But there's a lot of people that was disappointed that said this movie's supposed to be bigger than what it was. I think they don't understand how big the movie actually is because they're not in touch with like the comic world. They're just watching the MCU as it goes. This movie opened up so many parallels and different pathways and different things going to happen. Not only furthering the story of Doctor Strange for his solo films, but placing things in place for multiple Marvel movies. Now I am starting to feel like exactly what Kevin Feige said. There won't be another Avengers movie.
No,
he said Endgame was the last Avengers movie, but that doesn't mean we won't have a Marvels. You know what I'm saying? Like
a team up.
a team up of some sort, which all the team ups that can happen. I mean, America Chavez herself is a part of, especially when she starts going by Miss America, is a part of so many different teams, man. And the whether it's the Young Avengers or what I'm thinking, the Ultimates is what I think is the next big team we're gonna get. And I mean, if people just what the A Force, which I really hope we don't get that movie, but what I think this might be leaning to is an Ultimates team up movie, which is Spectrum. That's Maria Rambeau, Miss America, America Chavez, Captain Marvel, Black Panther, and Blue Marvel. That's a hell of a fucking team. And that'd be something I would watch. But that was something like the all new, all different Marvel. I'd be looking forward to seeing that. I gave this movie an 8 out of 10 by the time, you know what I'm saying, by the time I finished watching it. And that's because although we may have complained that like movies like The Batman might have been 20 minutes too long, this movie in itself, with everything that was going on, it never gave us time to breathe. You never had that breathing spot where stuff was being broke down to help those who aren't following comics or haven't watched every movie to help them understand what was happening.
It was over pretty quick. I was like, damn, it's over.
Yeah, it could have breathed a little more and had 20 more minutes. You know what I'm saying? It could have went a little bit longer. We could have saw maybe a little bit more of the Illuminati. You know what I'm saying? We could have had that conversation of Mordo actually watching that Strange or him watching others. You know, it could have been something else to give us a little bit more meat. You know what I'm saying, to the movie. And they could have teased us a little bit. You could have saw somebody getting ready to cook or something like this. This seems out off the wall. And you could have saw three claws come up. You're like, oh my god, Wolverine, and then find out it's a person like with a glove cutting salt or something. You know what I'm saying? Like with them salt claws.
Fucking Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, so it was just 20 minutes too short. It probably would have got a 9 or 10 for me if it was just 10 to 25 minutes longer. But it was a very well written script. It was a very well directed movie, and I love the themes that Sam Raimi went after with this.
I give it a 7.2. I think it was. I think with it going as fast as it went, it didn't give certain parts time to breathe that it needed to. But overall, I was happy with it. Even I fell victim to the internet expectations. Like I was pissed off there was no Wolverine, even like a glimpse of him somewhere. But so we'll see. We'll see what's next. Really, like I liked it. I wanted it to be what the internet said it was going to be, just for the simple fact that we got to see some characters, even if it was going to be just for tiny fractions of time. Because who knows when we're going to get that chance again? Because I mean, we got Thor coming out. We already kind of know what that's going to entail. We're not going to see but like this goes back to Marvel. Kind of, it's their fault. They kind of conditioned us to expect these fucking big characters in all these movies now.
But we did see the thing was in this movie. I think it's the problem, the fact that a lot of people didn't know who the characters were. There were a lot of big characters in the movie.
Yeah,
and I think it's just that it wasn't characters that they were familiar with, and that was the problem in the situation. Like Thor, I really feel like Moon Knight might tie into what's happening in Thor, especially with Gore the God Butcher being the villain you know what I'm saying, of what's going on and us being introduced to more gods. So I'm curious to see if that plays a part, you know what I'm saying, and what's going on. And it's a lot happening. It's a lot. I feel like we have multiversal based stuff going on. We have God based stuff going on. We have space war stuff going on, and we have Earth based stuff going on. It feels like it's something for everybody, and it's so much, and there's somebody in the back that's just waiting for the proper time to fuck everybody up, and they're just slowly building up to that.
Very slowly.
I don't even think Kang's the end game. Do I think like a Sorcerer Supreme Doom, or maybe we're leading up? I don't even think we could lead up to Galactus and have it had such an impact when we already seen Celestials. And we know Celestials created, you know what I'm saying, all this stuff that's going on. So it's like we've already seen the epitome, like, of what we can get. Unless you start getting into the other godlike, you know what I'm saying, fixtures and all that of what's happening. But it can only get so big. But we're heading up to something huge, and it's the talking, guessing, and conversation that makes these Marvel movies so exciting. You know what I'm saying, to watch. It's that expectation and going, they didn't do that, so when are they gonna do it, and why did they do this instead? That keeps you going to watch the next movie.
Yeah. But Thor, 2 months. And then we got
I think
what
you
happened?
got I think you got Miss Marvel even before Thor.
Oh yeah, we got the show.
Yeah, you got Miss Marvel before Thor, but Miss Marvel's going to be more of like a teenage. I believe it's going to be something interesting in there for us, but I know that might be more like a fucking Stargirl CW type thing that we might not really be into. But we're gonna watch it because we know it's gonna have something to do with something we're watching in the future.
Yeah, fucking but we have what do we have in the fall?
Let me pull up the thing. We got
I know we got Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special.
yeah, but I'm not. Nobody's worried about that.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has wrapped filming, and there's an unannounced actor that's gonna be in it that has not been fucking brought up yet.
Yeah, and that I want when I sent you that and I saw your little wow expression, I was like, yeah, I have no idea who the fuck he could be.
Yeah, me neither. Maybe Keanu.
That would be crazy. Miss Marvel, She-Hulk. She-Hulk is premiering late summer, early fall. Secret Invasion.
That just wrapped.
Yeah, so we don't know when they're dropping it. And that's it. That's it, because one of season 2 isn't until 2023. So we got She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, Secret Invasion.
Movie wise, we got Thor.
Is Black Panther dropping this year?
Yeah, I think end of the year. End of the year. I think that's November maybe. Then November. Then they double back in February or something, March.
Yeah, 11/11/2022.
Yep.
And I think that's it, right? As far as like big movies.
For 2022, yes, I believe so.
Yeah, So we had, what other movie did we have? We had Spider-Man, which was technically a Sony movie. It wasn't It wasn't. So
And that was in December.
Yeah. So this year we had Doctor Strange, Thor, and Black Panther 2 as far as movies go.
Yep.
And then a bunch of fucking shows that we had. That's not bad. But next year we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Ant-Man and the Wasp, The Marvels. And then we roll right into the next phase. Fantastic Four, which the 9 out of 10 I'll probably be pushing back.
That's supposed to be the end of phase 4 though.
Yeah, and then like we know, Kevin Feige is already working on the next 10 years for Phase 5.
That's insane. We're never. It's never gonna end. We're just gonna die. Who knows what's gonna be happening?
If it's kind of cheap if at the end, like they just decide they want to end it, and it just all cycles back to He Who Remains going, and here we go again.
We just get an Iron Man reboot.
Yeah, or maybe he just like stops, and instead of letting them kill him, he just succeeds power over to Loki and Sylvie. Maybe he changes something so it doesn't happen over again.
Who knows? It could be all anything. But that's basically Doctor Strange.
It's worth a ticket. It's worth
Yeah,
a ticket to go see.
yeah. I hit the 3 o'clock show on Thursday. It was $7.79 with tax for my ticket over there at Imagine, so it wasn't shit. Yeah. I enjoyed it.
My ticket was $21.22.
When you do go to IMAX?
Nah, I went to the fucking 6 o'clock show. That's what happened.
Oh.
I didn't get the 30% off. I made a mistake. I made a boo-boo.
And other than the Marvel news this week, Moon Knight fucking ended, thankfully, so I ain't gotta fucking watch that bullshit anymore.
Look, Moon Knight was great.
I don't fucking like Moon Knight. I think it's fucking stupid.
Moon Knight is amazing, and it's actually a great.
What did you like most about Moon Knight?
Well, the best thing about Moon Knight, like hands down, that nobody can argue, is Oscar Isaac is the fucking man. He is the fucking man when it comes to acting. He made you really feel like he had a fucking disorder.
Bro, he fucking played the hell out of that role.
I think it was the start. I think it was a good introduction for a character that's not well known to people who might not care. Like, it made you care about a fucking imaginary character for Steven Grant.
Yeah.
Like, and to find out, and like, it was like I halfway remembered, but to find out that why that personality was created, you know what I'm saying, and everything that happened. I mean, bruh, we talked about Doctor Strange being dark, right? Fucking Moon Knight had child abuse in it. Had murder. All types of shit that shouldn't have been in this show. And you're watching it on Disney. Like, I can't believe this is on the fucking Disney Plus.
Hey, I mean, there's all types of shit on Disney Plus, but it was I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. It has replaced my least favorite show that used to be WandaVision.
Which people don't even worry about it. He was wrong about WandaVision. He'd be wrong about Moon Knight too.
I'm not wrong because it's my personal opinion. I didn't like it.
You could be wrong. You're wrong.
You can't be wrong with your personal opinion.
Moon Knight for me was a 9 out of 10.
Well, yes, for you it was. For me, it was not.
For most people, it was a 9 out of 10.
I expected more action. I mean,
there was a lot of action in this movie.
They told the story well. It just wasn't a story I was interested in. What it comes down to. You were right, Oscar Isaac. He fucking acted his ass off. You know, he should definitely be nominated for Emmys for sure. Golden Globe also. But it just wasn't something that I was into. I didn't even watch the last episode. I got halfway through the second to last episode. I was like, I can't do it no more. I can't.
Shit, the second to last episode was one of the best to have most of the fucking Easter eggs and shit in it.
I didn't like it.
But then again, that's me being tied to that character in the comics and knowing what Moon Knight is and then watching it be presented is what piques my interest in watching these characters come to life and the people who are playing them. You know what I'm saying? The Scarlet Scarab, actually seeing that costume, you know what I'm saying, in action. Although, okay, people who don't know who the Scarlet Scarab is going, that's just female Falcon. Nah, if y'all don't know, she would beat the Falcon's ass. New Captain America or not.
I was choked, goddammit.
But an interesting villain. You know what I'm saying? Even though I really believe that Khatoon is the actual villain. Yeah, I always feel like, you know what I'm saying, the way he controls Mark, he's the actual villain of Mark's story. And that, yes, that even though the guy they were dealing with who was doing something wrong, you know what I'm saying, like him feeling the way he felt about what he had to do was because of who he was working for. You know what I'm saying? Who he was an avatar for before twisted him into who he is today. And then watching Mark had to deal with this, not wanting his wife, you know what I'm saying, had to deal with it. I was so glad she said no too. When he was like, "Will you be my ass?" She was like, "No." Well, her watching everything that goes on, I'm like, that was smart because she has been the smartest person in this show. And for her not to regress and say, yes, I need this power, but for her to actually call on the other guy and to have her talk to it through dead people and the guy die in front of her, it's like, are you there? I mean, just the little things like that made it entertaining for me. They were a little late with the Jake Lockley reveal, but it will pay off if there is a second season of the show when it was supposed to be a one-off. But then again, the Batman was supposed to be a one-off movie, but things that are successful normally get sequels.
So is Loki.
Yeah, Loki got renewed fast too.
Like the second episode.
Season 2 of Loki. But the whole Jake Lockley reveal, watching him black out and neither one knowing what was going on, and Jake Lockley being there the whole time, and possibly in episode 5, the one who was in that sarcophagus and wasn't let out, and you know what I'm saying, the guy looking like, I have a new avatar, you know what I'm saying, like, meet Jake Lockley, and Oscar Isaac turning around, totally different expression from the other two characters.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying, like, give this man a goddamn Emmy because he deserves it. And I think just off that bat is why I gave it a 9. And if you look at every and redeemed himself in the comic book world to me from because it's a horrible job playing Apocalypse in that X-Men movie.
But as an actor, you only got what's written for you to work with. So
yeah. What you could tell he really loved what he was doing.
Yeah, he acted his ass off, but like I said, I'm never gonna rewatch this fucking thing, so it don't fucking matter.
I already have. I watched the entire thing twice.
Yeah, no reason for it. Next.
And when they play it, they're actually playing it in the theater, and 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna go watch it there too.
Because why wouldn't you?
Well, why not? I mean, have them run back to back. So it was a good introduction for the character, and it was simple enough for people to follow because that backstory and dealing with a character with a multiple personality disorder can at times be hard to follow. And I feel like they did that very well and made it simple enough that even if you had a kid, you don't have to sit next to you, they could understand what was going on. And that's what was brilliant to me in the writing and what made the show so good. Because it could be something like the X-Men show that they did with Professor Xavier's son, who has the same issue, and every personality that he has is a different power that he has.
You talking about Legion?
Yeah, Legion. Legion was at times unfollowable. Like, you couldn't follow shit that was going on in Legion sometimes. And I think they knew that, and they took from that and made something, you know what I'm saying, better. And the production value, you could see the money rolling in because the production value of each one of these shows is going up. So it felt like a Marvel superhero show. All right, get it. It felt like Spawn / The Mummy / Indiana Jones. That's what it felt like to me watching it.
If they all sucked.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Next.
I mean, what can I say? I didn't enjoy it, and this is why I don't like Disney Plus and making us wait a whole week. Because it's like I feel like I just wasted all these weeks.
You didn't waste all these weeks. You wouldn't be doing nothing anyway. It just so happened that a show came on at the time you were gonna be up anyway, and you watched it. I mean,
You know how much TikTok I lost out on? You know what I could all the dope shit I missed out on finding off on TikTok, man.
If you don't get the fuck out of here with that shit, I can't wait till we bring Babs in here on one day so she can put you in check.
Nope, not gonna happen.
Can't wait for it. It's not gonna happen because you ain't gonna let her on the show.
I don't give a fuck.
We'll let Babs on here one day put you in your place.
Yeah, so I didn't like it.
Don't you dare disrespect Moon Knight like that.
Fuck him and all those personalities. I don't give a fuck.
Man.
Anyway, in other news, Indy loves Moon Knight. I fucking hate it. Whatever's next, bring it on. We got fucking whenever the fuck they're gonna drop She-Hulk. Fucking that's supposed to be coming up soon. We'll see if we get some more Matt Murdock in that bitch.
Matt Murdock is was confirmed to possibly be in there. That is strongly hinting towards that.
I like how you just said what you just said. He's confirmed to be in there possibly.
We know Hulk's in there. That's all that matters.
Yes, he will be. Bruce Banner and the Hulk will be stopping by. We'll see we'll see what version we're getting. Probably he might not even be no Bruce Banner. Just might be the Hulk, Professor Hulk.
I think you're getting both. I really think it's both.
One of my favorite series ended this week, and I'm talking about Ozark. I don't remember if you're an Ozark fan, are you?
I have, but I haven't watched it yet.
It was I didn't hate it. It sucks that it's over. So that's
I've heard that the ending was done well.
I
haven't heard details, but I heard it was done well.
It wasn't done badly. It left you wanting more. Like a good ending should. It wasn't definitive of the future. Which you would like closure on all ends. You know, with a series finale. You know, a lot of people felt cheated with the Sopranos season finale when I loved it because it was basically open to the viewer's interpretation to see what fucking what you wanted to happen in the end, like, you know, whatever. But David Chase did announce, you know, last year and a half ago that, you know, Tony did get killed in that ending scene, you know, so. But Breaking Bad is probably the best series ending as of right now. Still, even after Ozark, you want to see the protagonist die, you know, like Walter White. As much as you wanted to see him live, he kind of deserved to die, you know, whether it was at the hands of the police, the cartel, whatever, you know, he playing fire, expect to get burned, you know.
I disagree because I have two series that I feel had a better ending than Breaking Bad.
What?
Queen of the South and Arrow.
Well, I don't care about Arrow because you'll say Arrow's ended better than anything, so it don't matter. It could have been a rerun week on Arrow. You'll be like, this is the best rerun week ever. So and I tried to get into Queen of the South and I really didn't. I couldn't stay into it. I'm not gonna say I was pleased with Ozark's ending, but it wasn't bad. Ruth got killed, which
Christ, I said I haven't watched it yet.
I don't give a fuck. That's your fault. We're over here spoiling fucking Doctor Strange for people after 2 days. You think fucking 2 weeks after this?
It's going to take a little longer to fucking finish up fucking.
It's only 7 hours.
7 hours compared to it just dropped the other day. We got shit we gotta. No, you good. We got shit we gotta do.
It didn't just drop the other day. It was a week ago.
It's still a week ago. I was working.
It don't matter.
Doctor
7
Strange
hours.
2 hour.
7 hours and 7 days. It's still better than 2 hours and 2 days.
No, it was 2 hours in one day compared to 7 hours among days because I got to sit down. I got to take an hour out. I don't have an hour.
You could have watched you could have watched an hour a day at some point.
No, I couldn't have. I've been going to AU tournaments and performing.
It don't matter, bro.
And doing podcasts with you.
It don't matter, bro. You could have been doing it fucking driving to work. You could while you're taking a shit.
You review very few shows. I review 12 shows a fucking week.
Blah 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 blah
blah. I got All American. I got All American Homecoming.
You got all the excuses.
All this shit. It's hard. It's
well, anyway, at the end of the first half of the season 4, fucking Ruth, we know fucking Ruth is on the run because she just fucked up. What did she do? She popped a motherfucker in the head that she shouldn't have killed. So she killed Cartel dude, and we knew that was going to have consequences and repercussions at some point during the back half of the last season. So they kind of leave you like tensed up through the whole season, like when it was going to happen, how it was going to happen, if it was going to happen. And Ruth kind of got on my nerves throughout the whole season because she's acting big and bad and fucking like she's trying to be Wendy, and I already fucking hate Wendy. Like Wendy should have been fucking cut up and fed to piranhas after the fucking second season. Cause like whatever fucking Marty tries to do to get the family out of some shit, she fucking counteracts that and does some stupid shit to get them deeper involved in some shit. All the fucking time. It's like, listen here, you fucking cunt bitch. Why are you being a fucking cunt bitch? Man, like.
So do you hate Wendy more than you hate Jada Pinkett Smith?
Or yeah, I don't hate Jada Pinkett Smith. I don't care about Jada Pinkett Smith because if that's how their relationship is, that's Will's fault for staying in the relationship. So I'm not fucking. I can't be mad at her. I can't be mad at Jada for being herself.
It's the same thing with Marty though. Marty could have got rid of Wendy before he went to the Ozarks.
Well, Wendy wasn't like that before the Ozarks.
Wendy was like that the minute she was popping the lawyer off.
She was fucking. She turned a little bit, like she was really. She turned out to be the monster of the series. Even fucking even more so than these cartel leaders and shit like that.
Bro, when she had a brother killed.
Yeah. There was a lot of at every corner you thought it was the end of the birds, and around every corner they figured out a way, and that included Marty being instilled as the head of the cartel. He had to go down to Mexico and fucking be like, yo, this is what Navarro wants, even though fucking Navarro fucking don't know what's going on. It's insane. But he pulls it off, he gets the blessing from all the lieutenants. He finds out one of the number one lieutenant is fucking skimming off the top in the first place. Bro, it gets crazy. Fucking Navarro gets set up to get killed. He survives and kills the guy that's been sent to kill him. And we know that his sister had something to do with it, Camilla, but Marty trying to like wait to use it to his advantage, which he does, which is they instill Camilla as the head of the cartel and fucking get her to make a deal with the FBI. And it gets fucking, it's insane. It's like a roller coaster fucking 7 episodes, but it goes by so fast. Like when the last episode, I watched like 6 of them in like fucking a day and a half, if that. And I was like, I don't want to watch the last one yet. Because if I watch the last one, it's over. It's over. Even though the ending does set it up for another spinoff, maybe including the birds, because they do get away. In the end, What happened? Oh, her Wendy's dad shows up with a whole church group, a fucking big old bus full of fucking church people, fucking North Carolina fucking Christians looking for her brother that wasn't even killed nowhere in that area. It was in like the Memphis area, which is nowhere near the Ozarks, may I add. For all you guys that don't know about geography. So it's like 3 hours, maybe 4, whatever, 5, 6, something. I don't even know, but I know it's not close. So her dad's, staying at the hotel. He's wondering what's going on because Jonah's staying at the hotel, because he's laundering the money for Ruth. Ruth takes over the fucking Missouri Belle casino boat. Because why? Her brother married Darlene. Miss fucking stupid ass Snell bitch, who I'm glad they got murdered. So anyway, Wyatt married her. Wyatt got killed. She's Wyatt's cousin. She inherited Wyatt's shit, and he owned half of fucking old girl shit. And old girl didn't have no fucking heirs, so he got fucking old girl got everything. Ruth got everything, including the fucking casino shares. Then she bought. Remember that dude that fucking what's his name, Wilkes, that don't like the birds. Wilkes sells her all his shares, which makes her the majority shareholder. She gets her record expunged and does a hostile takeover. And Marty's like, hey, you got to be a fucking dumb bitch if you think this is going to work, because the cartel is going to come to kill you. And not only they're going to want to kill you because of this, they still don't know that you killed old dude from the cartel, Javi. I think if I remember his name correctly. I didn't like him, so I didn't remember his name. So... like Ruth got this, like Ruth thinks she's some badass bitch, like boss bitch, but she's just some fucking stupid hick cunt that it's gonna catch up to her, and she's just like digging her grave deeper and deeper throughout these last episodes. And in the end, they tell fucking Javi's mom, Camilla, who's now the head of the fucking cartel, what happened. So what happens at the end of the show? Boom. Ruth is fucking gone. She's like the only one that gets killed. Marty Bird survives. Wendy Bird survives. The Bird daughter, what's her fucking name? I don't fucking know. Survived. Jonah Bird survived. Not only that,
should have been one of the first ones. Dead.
Not only that, but not only was Wendy the main like Breaking Bad character arc of this fucking thing, Jonah Bird was the biggest Breaking Bad character arc, because the very last second of the fucking series, he fucking kills somebody. Who's he kill? He kills the private investigator that's been hired by Helen's husband to fucking figure everything out. He got a little too close. So in the end, he basically goes there. He's like, look, birds, I'm not going to rest until your justice is brought upon you. Type shit. Blah, blah, blah. This is after they get a fucking senator or whatever to put pressure on people in Chicago to give this fucking dude his fucking job back. And if you remember from the first half of season 4, he got arrested because somebody walked in the evidence locker and this motherfucker doing cocaine. So he got fired. So anyway, to get him the job back, he don't want to take it. He disappears. He don't show up to court date because Wendy's dad, who's in town looking for Ben, decides to fucking file emergency fucking court motion hearing to take fucking Jonah and Charlotte. Charlotte's her name?
Yep.
I think. So to get custody of them and take them to North Carolina, because Marty's been through so much, and he's cool, calm demeanor, and he takes all the bullshit and he just woosahs. One day he didn't woosah. He stopped traffic and he beat the fuck out of a motorist who pissed him off. So they get arrested. Jonah got to bail him out. And because of this, Wendy's dad gets a mercy court date. He gets custody of him and shit like that. It's crazy. It's insane. It's a wild 7 fucking episodes. But in the end, it ends with fucking Jonah fucking shooting old dude, the private investigator dude, with a fucking shotgun.
Not the first person he killed in the show, neither.
But it ended well. I liked it. It left open maybe a spinoff following the Birds back to Chicago, where Wendy has it set up where she's about to go into politics.
where they're gonna meet up with where it's gonna merge with Power Book what's that called?
Force.
Force was gonna merge with Power Book
Book
Force.
4. Which is weird because Tommy was in both shows. Joseph Sikora plays fucking Cosgrove Jr. and fucking Ozark, but it ended pretty good. Like I'm sad to see it go. A lot of my favorite shows are ending this year, Ozark being one of them. Better Call Saul is another one, which is fucking full steam ahead. Fucking, we got Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul going to reprise their roles of Walter White and Jesse Pinkman this year. They're getting real close to fucking hitting the beginning of the Breaking Bad era. I don't know how many episodes are scheduled for this last season, but I know we're like four or five episodes in, I believe 4. The first week was like a fucking Christmas for me because it's like, guess what? Better Call Saul's back because it was a long break. It was like a year and a half, almost 2 years. We had the pandemic shutting it down, and then fucking Bob Odenkirk had a heart attack on set while filming, so that pushed filming back and everything, and the release date for it. But it's going pretty good. In the first week when it premiered, we got 2 episodes. So I got here for like this Breaking Bad universe is one of my favorite universes in TV land. You know. Oh, excuse me, that along with like The Sopranos, you know, weird shit like Cheers. I love Cheers. But even like Sons of Anarchy and shit, which Mayans is Mayan season 4 is going to be premiering soon, and it's like the Mayans are going to be warring with the Sons of Anarchy fractions throughout it and shit like that. But back to Better Call Saul, it's off to a good start. Like I said, we're 4 episodes in. Odenkirk's Jimmy McGill, aka Saul Goodman's character, is the metamorphosis of him going from Jimmy McGill to Saul Goodman is almost fully complete. And it's going pretty good. A lot of blanks have been filled in with shit that you always wondered about while watching Breaking Bad, and I'm real interested to seeing how this last 6 episodes or shit to go. I know it's 10 to 13 episodes, so I'll look at that shit. Better Call Saul season 6 episode count. It says number of episodes 4. Not how many there's been, bro. Like how many is there going to be? What the fuck? They're a big help, aren't they? No, they're not. Maybe see. Let's see here. 47 absent. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's not telling me how many it's going to be. So, episode 13. So it's going to go all the way into August. Oh, they're not going to split it up, are they? They're going to split it up, bro. Mm-hmm. Holy shit. We see the first 7 episodes up until May 23rd. And then they split it up and come back July 11th. So basically for, about a full, month and a half, there's going to be nothing. That's some fucked up shit.
Now you know how CW fans feel.
No, you know what? No, because I already know how that is. Because you got to remember, there was almost a 2-year period between fucking seasons of Sopranos. And there was no pandemic or nothing causing it. HBO's just like blah, 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 blah. And that shit took fucking forever because you just keep rewatching episodes because people that weren't there and weren't a fan of the show don't understand how that time was and how big of a deal that The Sopranos was.
True.
But there's a lot of that shit nowadays. But a lot of these things they come and go, and they're big series type shit. But they're not rewatchable. A lot of shit I'm not gonna rewatch. Like I will for shit. Like what I started rewatching last week. That this show could not air nowadays is House.
True, House could not air.
Like I was watching it. Me and Rev were sitting. I was watching the other night. Rev's like, "You really gonna watch this?" I was like, "Fuck yeah! I'm gonna start with the pilot episode. Goddamn it!" And so I probably watched like the first 4 or 5 episodes that night, and I forgot how good of a show it was. It was a real good show, but it definitely couldn't air now because fucking House is fucking insane. While it's kind of a good insane, I liked it. It's rewatchable for me, but a lot of other things aren't gonna be. A lot of this new shit is not gonna be rewatchable at all. So. But in other news this week,
Got something for you.
what you got?
Wait for it. Hold on. I gotta find
Uh-oh.
it. Share screen, share audio, window, edge tab.
What you got?
We're gonna play the video.
Okay. Oh shit.
Listen, we poured everything we had into it, and we hope that you experience that and that it resonates for everybody the way it does for us. It tells a very heart-wrenching story, and that is all I can say.
A tribute to Chadwick.
I think beautifully, and I'm very thankful for how our amazing director-writer handled that. And it's all about him. It's all about him, and for all of us, it's all an outpouring to love and to honor him.
With the recast T'Challa movement, I don't know what to think of the statement she made, because the one thing that I think people don't want to happen is they don't want the character of T'Challa to be killed off. They rather just have him recast. But we don't know what the Bowles. I can understand where the Bozeman family sits too, is because they're still not over losing a family member and a character that he was fond of. Because think about it, Chadwick Boseman was supposed to be the face of what the MCU was going to be. Like,
yes,
this is the character that's supposed to go into the future of the MCU, and not just him, but the character T'Challa in general. So I don't know how the family would feel about watching, if there's a funeral or something like that, like watching a character that their brother, their son, and everything thought so much of, husband, be buried again. You know what I'm saying? That'd be, to me, that's something that if I was a family would probably hit me, you know what I'm saying, a little bit differently. So when asked about a tribute, man, I'm hoping that they don't mean like they killed the character off.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't be opposed to that, just because it's comic shit. It's why it is sad and unfortunate, and it's crazy to think the body of work that this man completed while he was sick and nobody knew it. He filmed like 7 movies, and all dope ass movies during the time while he was sick. But it's people get recast all the time, and why I rather, and a lot of times you don't like the recasting. Okay, sometimes it works out, like fucking Don Cheadle for Terrence Howard and with Iron Man 2, and sometimes it's fucking like you don't want to do. I rather see him not recast. I'd rather see him killed and the mantle passed on to a new Black Panther. While it may be too early for that, some may think it's you can't really plan for your star to die of cancer that you didn't know he had, So I'd rather see it passed on, whether it be his sister or whatever the case may be.
Well, she's not getting it. They already rewrote the script, because she's not going to get it because of her stance and stuff that she calls out.
Yeah.
So they're never going to put her in the forefront, you know what I'm saying, of holding that mantle. So even if it's temporarily somebody else holding that, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'd rather have the character of T'Challa himself recast, because
who would you recast? Who would you cast as the who would you cast as the recast?
I don't know. You have to give me a second. Think about that.
You should already. I thought you would already have somebody.
I got a couple. I mean, Denzel's son, David Washington.
Oh, you know what? That's a good one.
You know what I'm saying? It's a couple of people I cast. I think he deserves, especially with the work he's been doing, especially in that show that he had with The Rock. You know what I'm saying? I think he's somebody that can handle that role. it's a couple of others. It's just that I always butcher their names. So like, it's bad when I have to go look at like names to be able to pronounce them properly.
Over there sounding it out and shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind for a temporary if because of the whole multiverse and stuff thing, especially after watching the What if they found some way to bring back Killmonger and just have him hold the mantle until like T'Challa came back. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah.
But who would you?
Now that you said something about Denzel's kid, I can't really think of anybody else that I would want other than him.
That's just a good choice. You're welcome.
Yeah, shit.
Let's see. Let's see what some of the fans are saying. I'm pulling up a Order Science Fictionology post.
Want to bring Donald Glover in?
Hell no.
And you want to bring somebody young in kind of because you want him to grow with the role, you know.
Even though Chadwick Boseman wasn't young, but he looked young.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true.
I don't know, man. Hold
Bring
on.
you want to bring Jane Smith in?
Hell no, I don't want Jaden Smith near anything, bro.
Why not? That's your boy.
Lakeith Stanfield.
Ooh, you know what? I might.
I mean, not Knives Out, Black Messiah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like him.
Some people might be off on this, but I think he'll do it good. John Boyega.
Okay, that may work. That may work.
Already in the Disney household, you know what I'm saying, was upset about his role that he had in Star Wars, feel like it wasn't prominent enough to be a black man. So what would you do to satisfy that type of person? Put him in the most black role possible. As King of Wakanda.
Okay. I could see it a little bit. I can see it.
What is that dude's name? The dude who played Black Manta in Aquaman.
Oh, okay. I don't know his name.
Fuck. It's a weird name. Not weird like fun, but weird like I should know this. Yahya Mateen.
Oh, okay.
So just those four, you know what I'm saying? I feel is somebody who I think a couple of them actually auditioned for the role. And just got beat up by Chadwick. So I especially Yahya, because I don't see, especially the Amber Heard shit and what's going on with DC and Warner Brothers, I don't see that Aquaman shit going too much further.
Well, she's already her screen time in the second one have already been cut down to 10 minutes.
Yeah, you might as well just take it completely out.
So that was before the petition. So we'll see what happens with this petition. 3 million signatures.
Just take it completely the fuck out. It's no reason for her even being in the movie. 10 minutes. Does she pat Aquaman on the ass and say have a good journey?
In other news, this leads us to Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial still going strong. This upcoming week here is going to be off because the judge has a conference that he was already scheduled to attend before this trial started. But this week, seen Amber take the stage as the stand, I should say, as a witness or stage, because she's trying to give the performance of her life because she's fucking saying all type of shit that don't make no sense.
And this is why she is not a good actress.
She fired her PR team after last week. It's getting insane. The other day, her testimony included her saying, Johnny smacked me in the face and I turned around and asked him why he smacked me in the face. How did he smack you in the face if you were turned around?
Turn around. Well, there are ways you come from behind somebody and give them that.
Yeah,
but
she didn't explain it very well.
Not at all. And in a court of law, when you say it that way, it just sounds weird.
Yes. So it's been a lot less toxic this week. It's just been basically Johnny's lawyers fucking making the other team, the plaintiffs, seem like fucking idiots. Like Amber's whole legal team are a bunch of fucking retards, man. Like these people are very, 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 very just not good at their jobs whatsoever. I don't even know how she picked these guys,
when you have money, how do you have money and end up with a bad legal team?
And that's the thing. I don't think she has money like that, because she's
got money enough for this.
She's not a very in demand actress, and she hadn't been in a lot of things before this. She's probably in like the $1 to $3 million picture range, if that.
I don't know. I'm looking up her IMDb. Because
so
we could do stuff like that in the internet age.
Yeah. So
okay. Yeah, known for she has. This has to be the shortest fucking IMDb. She's got a lot of stuff in pre-production, but Justice League, The Stand is probably the thing. That's the thing I probably remember her from the most is the redo of The Stand.
Okay.
Aquaman, Magic Mike XXL.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Drive Angry, if anybody actually watched that. She was in Zombieland.
Pineapple Express.
Yeah, Never Back Down, which that's actually a good movie. One episode of Californication, which means she probably just got slutted out and was gone.
Probably.
That's really it. One episode of Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, she didn't really do a lot of shit.
No, so she's banking on fucking Aquaman, The Rum Diary, and 3 Days to Kill.
Yeah. So, like I said, her paydays are very, very small. So in the end, if it don't go the way she thinks it's gonna go, she's gonna end up having to pay Johnny's lawyer fees too. And it's gonna be hard to pay those fees if nobody wants to fucking cast you in anything. You better get you an OnlyFans, girl.
Yeah, bro. And nobody want to see her anyway. She ain't gonna make no money off of OnlyFans. Her net worth's only $2.5 million.
Oh, jeez.
No wonder she was clinging to Johnny Depp so hard.
Damn. Yeah, so it's been kind of a quiet week. No crazy testimony. I mean, she's talking about how Johnny used to beat her and stuff like that, but it's all stuff she said before. Some of it makes sense, some of it don't. So it hasn't been as entertaining as Johnny being on the stand, but we'll see how it picks up next week. Because, like I said, it's off this week, so we'll see what's going on. We'll have some more info about this tomorrow night on a special Mother's Day edition of Sunday Dinner. Bianca's gonna dress up.
Bianca's gonna dress up like Matilda, not Matilda. What's that character that fucking that black dude when he dressed up like a woman?
Medea.
I'm so not black. I'm the whitest black person ever. I couldn't remember that. I feel bad.
Oh, that shit was hilarious. What else did we want to get into this week?
Let me go through the notes. Peacock canceled Saved by the Bell after the second season.
I think I watched the first 2 episodes and I was like, I don't care about this.
Nah, it was really aiming for a younger audience. I found it interesting, but it was really the older characters like Jesse and that made it interesting. So it was cool. Don't believe I was hoping they get to bringing Leah back in. I want them to go back to the beach. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only full season of Saved by the Bell I ever watched when it was summer they were at the beach. Because back then, I had the hugest crush of my life on Leah Remini. Not so much anymore.
She's still bad. I follow her on TikTok.
Yeah.
She can get it still.
Nah, to me, she seemed kind of crazy. kids getting yelled at.
She's a former Scientologist. Of course she's gonna sound fucking crazy.
Oh, big news. More information came out on Justice Lin deciding that he wanted to stop with Fast and the Furious directing.
Vin Diesel's a fucking douchebag, is what it comes down to. The Rock don't want to work with him. Justin Lin, who's been a part of the Fast and Furious franchise from damn near the beginning,
since Too Fast, Too Furious, right?
So yeah, so he's like, I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to fucking end this anyway. I don't even want to be in this anymore because I don't want to deal with Vin Diesel anymore. And we kind of had an idea what it kind of was about. There's no specifics laid out yet, but all signs are pointing to he don't want to fucking work with Vin Diesel. You know, we don't know exactly what was the straw to break the camel's back, so to speak, but I'm sure
creative differences.
Yeah, creative different. We'll eventually find out what it was and see exactly how Vin fucked this one up too. What else is on the list?
Vin, something needs to come out about what this man be doing because I feel like Vin Diesel is just getting away with way too much and they just keep it in house and nobody talks about it. But in renews to the same thing, they're near landing Louis Lettner, you know what I'm saying, to direct the movie, which really isn't a bad, you know what I'm saying,
pretty good choice.
Yeah, because he's known for the first two Transporter films, Clash of the Titans, you know what I'm saying, different stuff like that. So he comes from that pedigree when it comes to doing that movie. Speaking of the Transporter, the video that leaked with the I thought the last Expendables movie was supposed to be the last one, but they're doing another one, and now Sly is actually passing what's that called, the franchise over to Jason Statham.
Yes, Expendables 4. It got a 4 in the name, Expendables and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's it's gonna be interesting.
Which Jason Statham still has some years, you know what I'm saying, left in what he does, and to me, his character was more compelling than Stallone's character in the movie to start off with. So, and the last bit of news, with the success of Peacemaker, have you had a chance to watch Peacemaker yet?
No, I have not.
You'll like it more than you'll like Moon Knight. So,
yeah, I probably will. I probably I know that much.
Peacemaker is more your swag, but Viola Davis, who has been starring lately as Amanda Waller, especially in the Peacemaker series, we know her from the Suicide Squad movies.
Okay,
she's getting a spinoff for her character Amanda Waller on HBO Max. So we get to see her in the background doing all the devious shit that she likes to do. And the big draw to Peacemaker was that one of the lead characters in Peacemaker is actually her daughter.
Oh, shit.
So Peacemaker is definitely worth the watch. John Cena, everybody in that show kills it. And that's actually the lead actress from Peacemaker is the one that took the pick with Zoe Saldana, and another person who is the hidden person in the Garden of the Galaxy.
Yes.
So
that's interesting as fuck.
Yeah, so I'm banking on John Cena being in the Guardians of the Galaxy 3, 4, or whatever one is 3. So we'll see what happens. That's all the news I got. Although I did get to see that Mark Bernardin got his book. He was on the Late Show. He was on one of the late shows, and he got on to talk about his book that he made about his daughter who has autism. And it's just good to see Mark Bernardin's also got a lot of work he's finna do that he can't talk about. One of my idols, and I just like seeing him be successful. And somebody go ahead and give him and Kevin Smith one of these fucking comic book movies,
bro.
Like, just give them one of these movies, because Mark Bernardin could write his ass off. Regardless of what people may think, if Kevin Smith isn't writing, he could direct his ass off. So just give them something, let them run with it. Warner Brothers in particular, because y'all can't fuck up worse than what y'all doing now. Or Sony, let them write an actual decent non-Spider-Man movie, because I don't know what the fuck y'all did to Marvel. So, you got anything else on the ballot?
Oh no, that wraps it up this week.
Yeah, little cool 2 hours. Y'all check out the Fat Girl Chronicles. Tiffany Rochelle
Yes.
checked in. Y'all make sure y'all check that out every Tuesday. She's always showing love.
Yep, she been watching. She be watching Sunday Dinner also. So
yeah, so big love, big shout out to that. Make sure y'all go check out everything on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, anywhere a podcast can be heard. We got content up there across our multitude of networks. We're probably the biggest podcast that's on the planet now. If you add
almost, we're working on it. That's for sure.
So,
like I'll create a show a day if I have to. Shit.
Yeah. So it's a lot of pods, a lot of different stuff going on. You guys make sure you check in for that.
Yes, tomorrow night, catch us on Sunday Dinner, Mother's Day edition. We'll be going through all types of shit. We'll be talking about the Roe versus Wade verdict. Verdict being overturned by the Supreme Court. Potentially overturned by the Supreme Court as a leaked memo has been picked up and ran with. We'll be talking about all types of shit tomorrow night at 7:00 Central Standard Time. Until next week, Thursday, we'll be back. We'll see you later.